Welcome to the Connect Network TV right here on WSFL Channel 39. We're talking all things hot topics today, and I'm here with my girl Rola. Rola, how you doing?
Amazing as always. How are you, Sandy?
So good. Well, Stitches has the day off today, but it's time to talk business, bodies, and bank, y'all. Let's get into it. Well, I heard something very interesting from a marketing coach last week, and we were talking about social media. And she said it's not the algorithm that's in fact slowing. I'm sure you've all noticed this. So it's not the algorithm that's in fact slowing the engagement. It's the fact that social has reached its climax. Like all of this content that we've been putting out, what would have been a 10-year climax came faster due to none other than the pandemic. And so many people have just kind of had enough, right? Like we've been able to consume so much, especially in the last 2 to 3 years. So, Rola, what are your thoughts on this theory?
I have to say, I'm probably at that same space. I mean, obviously, influencers have an immense level of power with what they put out. That they're influencers. I mean, it says it all in the
Mhm.
name, and they do a great job of promoting products and supporting brands and things like that. But I would have to say there is definitely an overload of influencers in the world. And when you see these young girls who are like, oh, I want to be an influencer when I grow up, I feel like at that point we've maybe gone a little too far. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, you know what's crazy? Like, remember when you would have career day at school? It's like, what do you want to
Mhm.
be when you grow up? Like, that's what these girls are saying today, which is wild
Right.
to me. And, I think that because we're overly consuming, now people think that that's a real job to have versus you do something that you love or you do something that you find a field being interested in, and then you can step into that and maybe it's kind of like a side hustle you do. But it's
Mhm.
crazy to me that now in this world of so much social media that this could be a possible career, and girls are already thinking this and thinking that this is a potential career option for them.
Totally. And when you think about it, social media, a big part of it is for our internal validation, right? It's that dopamine hit that
Yeah.
makes us feel good and special. And so when people are constantly attached to that need of fulfillment from an external experience, I think it's long-term damaging, especially when we talk about that for young girls. It's really important that we build that internal drive, that internal self-love, and we're not expecting it from everybody else to fulfill us. It's very dangerous.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And not to mention, um, also in today's social media driven world, influencers, right? Like this word influencers, have still become a powerful force in marketing and advertising. So I know you are in this space of using this almost as branding and marketing. So, how do you approach working with influencers to promote your brands? Are you using them? Are you using them to promote products or services? And what do you look for if you do in an ideal partnership?
Well, I'll tell you this, I'll speak for the company that I represent, Hotel Collection, because we use a lot of influencers, heavily actually on the influencers. And we've moved heavily into even celebrities like Damon John and a few that are coming soon that you'll see.
Mhm.
The housewives, like there's so many different type of celebrities that we've been using slash influencers that it absolutely makes a difference in the business. Obviously, like there,
Yeah.
you can't take away from the fact that those people have eyes on them, and certain people will listen to what they say because they feel like they know them, right? You'll buy from your friends or you feel comfortable with your friends. When you see someone on television or you see someone repeatedly over time, you get that comfort level of who they are. You feel like you know them, and there's a buildup of trust. And so once you have that trust, which again, influencers have built that with their audiences, celebrities have done that, it makes it much easier to build that trust through them for our products and services. So it absolutely makes sense all day long. So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
we'll definitely be continuing to grow that part of our business.
Well, with all this talk around marketing and social, we definitely need an expert to help us get to the bottom of this. And Alexis Quintal is here with the deets. Stay close, Connect fam.
Hi guys, it's Ty Hanner. Please check out my new book, Makeover from Within, and you're watching the Connect Network.
I'm Chris Lamont. I'm Calvin Lamont, and we are from HETV's Buy to Build It, and you can follow us on Instagram at the Chris Lamont and at the Calvin Lamont, and we're excited to be here. Find us on the Connect Network TV. Stay tuned.
All right, are you ready to bring your brand to television? Listen, it is possible, and it's possible without pitching to all of the different networks across the country, across the world, and begging for a seat at their table. Listen, come check us out on The Connect Show. We broadcast on the CW network every single week, reaching more than 2 million households. And what we do is help you build and promote and market your brand in front of an audience that actually has a pocketbook. They actually want to spend money and better themselves, better their strategies, their systems. We focus on women in business and female entrepreneurs. So if you are building a brand that you know has the potential to be so much bigger, or if you're prepared and ready to scale, join us today. You can register to be a guest at theconnectonline.com.
Happy Saturday, Connect family. I'm Amanda Waters at Amanda Waters with 2 T's on Insta. And today in the social circle, I'm teaching you all about how to make a reel that will keep your audience engaged. Reels have been a big part of my branding and truly helped me build my business. So today, I've got 3 tips for anyone out there ready to make a reel that really engages. Number 1, you need to have your niche. Number 2, make sure to always have your camera. Some days we do not feel like filming. Some days we are hyped up on caffeine and we are ready. Also, carousels are really popular right now too. So taking lots of photos throughout the day. People want to know what you're doing, and make sure to always have your light on at your house. And then also you can find some pretty cool free apps. It's super easy. I am here to help you. You can also follow me for more social media tips on my Instagram. That's Amanda Waters with 2 T's. And if that's it, I will see you next week with some more social media tips.
Let me guess, life has got you down. But you are ready to get on the path to creating positive and forward momentum and being empowered. A tragedy gave birth to this powerhouse entrepreneur, and now she leads women everywhere. Meet Coach G. She is trained, certified, and leading the way for women. Text The Connect Show to 832-844-6940 for your free discovery call. And join our free subscription today.
Welcome back, Miami. Let's meet Alexis Quintal. She is the founder and CEO of Rosarium, a company with a mission to make it easier to be an entrepreneur. I like the sound of that. Through providing flexibility for her team's work structure and driving strategic results for her clients, Alexis is shaping the future of business. Please help us welcome to the show, Alexis Quintal.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Welcome to the show. So I want to dive in, Alexis. How is Rosarium driving results for its clients while simultaneously providing flexibility for its team's work structure? And why is this approach considered the future of business?
Yeah, I love talking about this topic because I feel like we're all kind of discussing how society is progressing into a new paradigm of work. Like people are accepting more remote roles or, they're taking roles where they can travel and work, from wherever they are with clients all over the globe. And companies are trying to figure out more creative ways to keep those talented people on their team, and, make sure that they can trust them. So at Rosarium, all of our team members are also entrepreneurs. They all have their own business or they're building their own business. And that background experience, most of them have a combination of corporate and entrepreneurship as their background experience. Because of that, we're able to create a better product for our clients because they're not just getting the person that's sitting in an office from 9 to 5 and maybe doesn't have that work-life balance that they're looking for, or maybe have complications with leadership. These people are the best of the best. They have experience with a wide range of clients and a wide range of industries, and they're happy doing what they do every day. So it really helps our clients get what they need to succeed, while also allowing even some smaller brands to use the same techniques as like the bigger players, but at a more affordable rate.
And so let's talk a little bit about the new term that you introduced called quiet quitting. Can you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah. That term has been, I think, being talked about for a while now, and I even experienced it, and a lot of people that I work with and my colleagues, we all kind of just weren't as passionate about what we were doing on the day-to-day basis anymore, and it's that awkward in between where you don't want to quit because you still are passionate about what you're doing and you feel very devoted to your career and your job. I think all of us can kind of relate to that, but at the same time, you kind of have that one foot out the door of, okay, well, where's my career really going from here? Like, how can I feel more fulfilled in my work? And that's what's causing a lot of people to do what they're calling quiet quitting, where they're kind of slowly like stepping their way outside the door, without fully quitting.
And so if a business wants to shift their marketing to become more humanistic, what ways can they do that? And then tell us, why is personal branding predicted to be the crucial aspect of the future of business?
Yeah, that's such a good question. I think that people are looking for this human to human connection. After a period of isolation with the pandemic, we're really just looking for like other humans to connect with and relate to. And so I think businesses are starting to recognize that as well, or they should be if they're not already. So what we're focusing on a lot at Rosarium is personal branding and just helping our clients kind of pull out, who are your top 2 leaders, at your company. Let's make them the face of your business. So when someone comes to your website or goes to your LinkedIn profile or your social media, profile, they see a human versus, a logo or a robot or a product. None of us really can relate to that, as much as you could relate to another human in their story of why they started that company. What are they passionate about, even outside of work? That's how you're going to get to those business relationships. Is first you have to have kind of a personal relationship. So that's why I think personal branding is really going to be a crucial aspect of the future of business.
I couldn't agree more. I think that this is, you see a face, it's not a logo, you feel more connected. So I completely agree with you. And you also say to use marketing as a tool instead of a sales message. And again, I love this as well. So how can we do that?
Yeah, I mean, let's all think about it. Like, do we like getting sold to? No. So more and more businesses are realizing, okay, this isn't working anymore. So how can we actually, still use marketing as, it's a really important tool to businesses. So using something like PR or thought leadership is one way to kind of shift your idea where you're telling a little bit more of a story. you have more of an opportunity to share your message with a larger audience, and you're not just doing, cold outreach to someone you don't know and trying to like immediately take them to dinner when you haven't even had a phone call yet. It's like,
Right.
whoa, we got to build that relationship first. So I kind of relate that back to marketing and sales.
Alexis, so many great tips. How can we work with you, and what services do you have available for us?
Yeah, we are full service. That's the fun thing about this company model, is that I have entrepreneurs, consultants, freelancers in every type of, marketing, advertising, creative type of services. So depending on what the client or the business needs, we have it. So that's one really fun aspect about working with us, is you don't have to go to 5 different companies, for one same goal at the end of the day, to grow your business and grow your brand. So there's a lot of ways that we could connect. I would love to connect on LinkedIn and, have a virtual coffee, or also our website is rosarium.work. And that's also our Instagram and our TikTok. All the same handles are purposely the same, which was something we didn't even get to talk about, which is brand consistency. So make sure people can find you by having a very consistent brand on all social and digital platforms.
Yes, Alexis, these are so many great tips. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
Amazing. Well, coming up next, what are the biggest challenges facing women in business? We discuss after the break.
I help women make money and increase their net worth. You can find me at mommymillionaire.co, and you can watch me on the Connect Network TV. Make sure to tune in.
% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. It is sad. And one of the number one reasons is because of the lack of capital. Hi winners, my name is Terry Kauser and I'm a credit expert, and I specialize in helping entrepreneurs and investors leverage their personal and business credit to get $100,000 and more in funding super fast. I can't wait to share with you on The Connect Show.
At
Emily Miller Aesthetic Medicine, we take 10 years off your face without looking like you've had work done. How we do this is, as experts in the world's #1 medical grade skincare line, we craft a program unique to you that's going to transform your skin. For a virtual skincare consultation in our online store, visit emily-rn.com and use the code CONNECT for 10% off your purchase.
Hi, I'm Jess DeFeo, and I am a social media coach for women entrepreneurs who know they are on a mission to change the world with their business, but are struggling with how to market themselves authentically to their ideal client on social media. I can help you go from overwhelmed and confused on what to post to creating effective and impactful content that converts your followers into customers. Head to my website to grab your free course, Instagram 101 for Business, and learn the strategies I use to grow my business in just 6 months.
Face it, social media depends on great graphic design. It boosts engagement, improves user experience, and makes advertising more effective. Stand out in a crowded feed and capture the attention of potential followers and clients today. Learn more at theconnectonline.com. We've got you covered.
All right. Hello. I am Coach Stormy, and I help women all across the country, all around the world. And you can find me at www.coachmestormy.com. And you are watching the Connect Network TV.
Welcome back to the show. We are talking marketing and money on your Saturday. So, Rola, I love talking business, and it's so fun with you now being the president of Hotel Collections, a company generating hundreds of millions. What do you see are the biggest challenges facing women in business today, and how can we overcome them?
Great question. You know, it's really interesting. I actually just had this conversation with one of our leaders this past week. What happens often when you're in a room filled with A-type alpha men who are determined to get their message across, to deliver effectively. Often men come across as, I'm reluctant to use the word aggressive, but let's use that word for now. So often with the more softer spoken women, even though they have something to say, they may not speak up because the men are coming in so strong that they allow the men to kind of take over the meeting. They don't necessarily say things, even though they have information that could be very valuable. I think that's the biggest mistake. The fear of being, shut down or not completely acknowledged should be eliminated, and we should stand up for our voice anytime we have something specific to say that's going to contribute to a conversation. I think that's the biggest mistake women make, because we often want to be nice, and it's not that you don't come across nice, you just don't necessarily come across as strong. And in that position, we lose, and we will lose every time. So it's really important to speak up, and especially in those moments that we're in a room filled with strong alpha males, which is often the case in a lot of companies.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. When I first moved here to Florida, I was working for a company, and you're in these big boardrooms, and there's men and women, but it's like you got to know what you're going in with, right? And I think when you know that, and the stats and your numbers, and you can back it up, right? Then you can go in with a strong, not just a case, but you can go in and prove your point and get across what you need to.
Right. Exactly. It's important.
Yeah.
We've got
and in a more strategic way, right? Then it doesn't seem like you're getting one up on one person, and then it's like this game or this battle.
Right. And it's not a competition. I mean, it can be,
Exactly.
but let's say that it's not. It's just about speaking what you need. The message, your message is just as important as the next person, but the person who yells loudest is who's heard, right? So it's important to speak up every time.
Yeah.
And what about you, Sandi? Balancing work, family, it can be tough, but obviously not impossible. What are some of your amazing time management strategies that successful women use to slay both at work and at home?
Yeah. So my number one rule is you have to prioritize and know what your important containers look like. So is it family? Is it business? Is it maybe doing community service and giving back to different charities or organizations? I know for me, I have 4 or 5 buckets that are my main buckets that I focus on and prioritize. And if you don't have that figured out, sit down, write them out and figure out what they are, because how do we show up and actually prioritize these things if we don't know what they are? So number one, prioritize and plan. And then number two, set boundaries. Setting boundaries is going to be the easiest way. And I know it sounds hard because setting boundaries typically can be hard if you haven't done it before, when you have to say no to certain people or say no to maybe even possible opportunities. But when you say no, it protects your yes, and those boundaries that you have in place allow you to really show up in the areas that are important to you.
I love that. When you say no, it protects your yes. I love
right.
it. I'm using
That's
that
right.
one.
Yes, please do.
I will. That's the best. Yeah, I'm a big believer in setting boundaries. I'm not always good at it, and apparently most women are not. So it's something we definitely can need to work on. I know I do. It's a constant point of contention for me that I always have to pay attention to.
Yeah. And you know what, when you do, then you're more aware of it. So it gets easier the more you do it. And it's not, in the beginning, like I said, it's not always easy, but the more you do it, you realize that it really just protects your peace and all the areas that you want to show up.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you 100%.
I love it. So good.
We hope you've enjoyed the show. You can keep up with Alexis at rosarium.work on Instagram and on her website at rosarium.work.
And I just wanted to drop a couple of events that I'll be going to and making appearances at this month. So join me at Miami Women Who Rock on May 12th. This is going to be so much fun. This is, think Emily in Paris vibes. There's going to be a fashion show. It's called 50 Shades of Pink Rockstar Awards, a luncheon and fashion show. So we'll have so much fun at that event. Make sure to check it out at miamiwomenwhorock.org. And also slay your day like a boss in Ambler, Pennsylvania on May 19th. Come celebrate my birthday with me. I can't wait to see you there. We're going to have a luncheon, a Q&A, a book signing, and it's going to be dynamic women from all over the Philadelphia area that are coming, collaborating, and networking together. So I hope to see you at one or both of those events. And moms, by the way, happy Mother's Day weekend. I have a special giveaway just for you. It is my free 27 productivity hacks for busy working moms. Listen, I know that you and I do it all. We wear all the hats, we do all the errands, we work, we do the house, the home, the kids, the work. So I have a special gift just for you today. If you go over to www.sandraglant.com/productivity, you'll have your free cheat sheet downloaded immediately right to your email. Again, it's www.sandraglant.com/productivity. And also, if you're ready to be a guest on the show, head over to theconnectonline.com and click to be on TV.
We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
You're watching the Connect Network TV on the CW.